Hey. I have no idea why I'm here. I miss you so much. None of this feels real. You have it easy. Living is the hard part. Do you remember the night we went out to dinner after Elijah's concert? I found this photo and I can't stop laughing. Look at these. Oh, oh my god.
think so.
I don't understand.
I wish I could explain.
I don't care how or why. I missed you so much.
I missed you too.
Are you one of them? What are we gonna do?
Watch new scary vids every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.